Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do Fairy Tail Chapter 297 review. Now, before I get started, I do want to say a few things. First of all, I do want to say that for the past few months, Fairy Tail has been on some super trolling shit. Especially last week. Last week was... Whoa, I mean... last week was so bad... I need a water break right now. So hold the fuck up, right? Hold on. Okay. Last week was some crazy ass trolling shit. But this week's chapter, Fairy Tail, much better. Much better. No doubt. Without a doubt, this week's chapter was actually refreshing. It was refreshing from all, like this water, okay? Like this water. It was refreshing from all the trolling, from all the bullshit, from all the crap I've been dealing with, from all the crap that I and we have been dealing with when it comes to this series for like the past month and a half. So, good. Hero, this chapter, thumbs up, okay? Now, for those of you guys who are expecting the Tenrojima arc overview, I'm getting to it. I explained on the Facebook fan page, but basically I'm still rereading that arc, and at some point in the future I will get to it. I do apologize, but it's coming. So when it comes to this review, there's going to be no summary, just a few key points that I want to mention here and there, and then I'll call it an actual review. But the thing here is that overall, this chapter, it's not bad. It's not a bad chapter at all. But it's not good either. But it's not okay. Like it's very, very strange. But this chapter is interesting. It's like, you feel me? It's like, it's very interesting because we're getting bits and pieces of all this shit, but nothing is happening. You feel? It's like we're getting like Jalal. He finally confronts the person who has the same magic as Zeref, winds up being a woman. So that was interesting. And then we see that Yukino has been accepted by Arcades to join his army, which is also very interesting. Then we see that Rufus and Orga and Minerva, even though Sting and Rogue had just been defeated, they themselves are not sweating at all. Like, they're actually very fucking chill. Which is also interesting. And then we see the whole entire shit with Gaziel, and Gaziel stumbles across, he stumbles upon a dragon graveyard underneath the Coliseum of the Magical Games, which is also very interesting. And then we're seeing the future. And we're seeing what's her name? Levy. And Levy's actually, like, she's writing to someone. I think she's writing to Lucy, but the way she makes it seem, it appears that Lucy is like either gone or dead. So, but basically it's like in the future, and she's writing to someone, and we're having her narration over her writing, and we're finding out that this person died, like, you know, and like the one I love, which could hit at Gaziel dying, we're not too sure. But that also is very interesting. So all of this shit that had happened in this chapter was very, very interesting, but nothing actually happened, you know? But the chapter overall, it's not a bad chapter. It really is not a bad chapter. There was no trolling. It was actually, from a structural standpoint, it's pretty solid. But at the same time, it's not good. So, for this chapter, my grade is going to be interesting. Because all the shit that happened in this chapter was interesting. But nothing actually happened. So let me just get on like a few things here, right? When it came to the Rufus and Orga stuff, I'm guessing that they're pretty confident that they're going to win their fights. I'm guessing that. Because they're not sweating at all. And then we're seeing Genma at some point. He's really fucking... Genma actually pulls the One Piece Haki. He opens his eyes, and like niggas start running away, and she's like, whoa. So, Genma's clearly pissed the fuck off. And then we see the scene with, after a few scenes of, useless shit, we see the scene of Gazio. And Gazio's actually standing and he's facing a dragon graveyard underneath the Colosseum. The thing here is that, and I stated before, this, I think, is, because we all know that there is a Dragon King festival. If you don't know, there is a Dragon King festival. And I think this has something to do with the awakening or the death of the Dragon King, because there is a King of Dragons. And then, but see, I'm thinking, I don't know why. I don't know why, but once I saw this graveyard, for some reason I thought of death and rebirth. Because, remember, the Dragon Slayers have no known age. So, and I did a video, like a while ago, explaining that maybe the dragons get reborn as humans, and then their dragon bodies decay and die. And maybe this place is the dragon graveyard. Maybe this place is the dragon graveyard that we see here. Maybe the Dragon King, it's his time to die, and then he dies, and then he gets reborn as someone else. I mean, I'm not too sure. As of right now, I can only guess and make assumptions. But Hiro should obviously address this, because, clearly he is going to, because it is a graveyard underneath the freaking Colosseum. And then this may also have to deal with the Eclipse Plan in some way, shape, and form. I'm not too sure. I'm not sure at all. And then the next thing we see here that's also very interesting is that we see Yukino, and then she's talking about, Arcadius. And then she explains how Arcadius apparently is trying to save the world via Eclipse Plan. And I'm like, this motherfucker, Arcadius? He is evil as shit. No, he is not trying to save the world. No. I'm thinking that Arcadius tricked Yukino into believing that he was going to save the world, when in actuality, he's going to use her in order to break open the gates and either suck in or release something. I'm not too sure. I mean, honest to God, like, all these are vague assumptions, but something is going to come out of that gate when the Eclipse Plan starts. And that's something I believe is the Dragon King. I don't know why, but I really fucking think it's the Dragon King. But then it makes you wonder, why the fuck would Arcadius want to summon the Dragon fucking King? Like, it's very strange. I'm not too sure. There's something going on here, and I really want to find out. And apparently, all this shit is going to happen in one day, which I find very iffy. I mean, Hiro could pull it off, but I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. He could do it, but I'm not too sure. And then the next thing that was, again, very interesting was when we see Jalal, he confronts the woman who has the same magic as Zeref, and then he's like, how? I'm like, but it's like, but it's like, why is it a woman? Like, can Zeref, have like a sex shit? Like, does Zeref have like a sex change or something? Like, what's going on here? Because I don't know. It's interesting, but I'm not too sure. So it's kind of like, this person's a woman, and she's associated with Zeref in some way, shape, and form. But yeah, at the same time, Jalal kind of knows who she is, I think. I don't know. I do not know. I don't know. This woman is a big fucking mystery. I'm not too sure. And then there is like the major last portion of this chapter, which was the actually was it? Yeah. And it was the whole entire stuff with the like the future. Like, we see a skim of the future, and then we're seeing Levy, and she's writing on that piece of paper, and then she's saying how, and it says right here, right? Died. It says ... died. ... died as well ... and also who I loved as well ... So I'm assuming that like mad people die on like the 7th day. Either they die or they disappear. You see, the thing is that Hiro, in my opinion, doesn't have the nutsacks to kill someone off, because the motherfucker couldn't kill Makarov in the Tenrojima Island arc. He should have. So, but he didn't. So I'm thinking that I'm pretty sure that Levi believes that they're dead, but they're probably somewhere in like another dimension. Like how Edelos was like another dimension, like another parallel world. It's probably the same type of thing. And she believes that they're dead. That's what I'm thinking right now. But as of right now, these are the only assumptions that I can make from all this stuff. Overall, this chapter, once again, it's not a bad chapter. But my rating is going to be interesting because I just can't grasp all this stuff. Because Heroes give me flashes of this and that and this and that and this and that. So overall, it's a very interesting chapter of Fairy Tail. Not a bad chapter. So I'm waiting to see. The day 7 should be the best goddamn fucking day of the arc by far. Shit should be answered. Fight should be very good. And of course, shit should get very fucking serious. Since according to Levi and this future skip, then a lot of people are going to die. Maybe a few. Maybe at least 3 or 4 people may die. So that being said, this is the King of Lightning, and I will see you guys later. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe. Peace, signing off.